All right, right now to the White House. At any minute, President Trump is going to be holding a roundtable discussion on sanctuary cities with law enforcement officials. They're going to be talking about, of course, the great state of California, what's going on there. The president is going to be joined in this roundtable by Attorney General Jeff Sessions. All of this as the Trump administration continues to battle the state of California over laws the Trump administration claims keep federal authorities from enforcing immigration laws. Here to weigh in on the uphill legal battle for the administration, Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. And this really kind of came to fruition, not in a good way for the Trump administration back in April with the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. And that's kind of where we're standing right now.
Well, you know, we also had an opinion this week. Doesn't seem like they're connected, but they are. On the ability of the states to regulate gambling. But the case is really about the obligation of the states to enforce federal law, which is nil, meaning this is a setback for the president. The feds cannot take over state discretion and say to local and state officials, law enforcement officials, you will help us enforce federal law. They need to do it on their own, and they need to pay for it on their own. You know, so California is emboldened, whether you think this is wise or unwise, it's emboldened now with this Supreme Court opinion that the states do not have to help the feds enforce federal law.
But it's interesting because we're getting background from a senior White House official about who is in the room, and along with, of course, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, Thomas Homan is there, Deputy Director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement. But everyone else that's there for the most part, along with Kevin McCarthy, are those that say that this is an overreach, an overstep by the state of California. But it just doesn't seem like the law is on their side.
Well, you know, the legislature of California, which is very, very liberal/progressive, enacted a statute which prohibits employees of state and local government in the state of California, that's many, many, many thousands of people, from helping the feds. Now, they can't actively resist the feds. They can't hide undocumented aliens in the basement of government buildings, but they can refuse to cooperate. The people that are going to be in this room with the president are public officials who disagree with that California law, who run smaller governmental entities and want their officials to help the feds, but that would put them in violation with state law. It's a very, very unique situation. We haven't seen this kind of state resistance of federal law in many, many years.
You know, it's interesting, too, because a lot of this comes down to money. Here we are sitting on the Business Network talking about the issue of money and funding to these cities and the fact that they, you know, the Trump administration would like very much to cut off funding and financially punish sanctuary cities, a sanctuary state. But the law, again, seems to be going against the president.
Okay, so this is where the Republican Congress dropped the ball when the president signed that $1.5 trillion spending. It continued funding to the state of California, to cities in California, without strings attached, saying you want this cash, you'll cooperate with ICE enforcement. Those strings would be lawful and enforceable, but they're not there. The Republicans in Congress didn't put them there. The president threatened to veto the legislation. He signed it anyway.